Wearing your T-shirt, Polly.
And we are just a week away or so from camp. Let that sink in for a moment. And there's going to be some serious competition. Hence the words more friction. I do agree with you, Wolf. Maybe the only thing we've agreed about here in more than an hour is the fact that, you know what? You need more friction, more competition to determine who's going to make the final 53 because it's more competitive than ever. All 28 draft picks the last 3 years from Monty Ossenfort and Jonathan Gannon remain on the roster. And you went out and you spent a lot of money, more than $100 million on the defensive front in free agency.
Yeah.
So there are definitely dudes who are going to be cut who will sign with other teams immediately.
Yes.
And that has not happened with great frequency over the last few years. But there is always a guy, and a little bit later next week at some point, Wolf will come out with the long-awaited Paulie Pigskin breakout player at camp. By the way, let the record reflect a year ago, it was 2X is what I called it. Xavier Thomas, Xavier Weaver, my two off-the-radar guys.
Yes.
Who both made the team, by the way, just to let you know.
Okay, there you go,
Okay.
Paulie.
But who is the new guy people aren't talking nearly enough about?
Okay, for me, there can only be one Basinonians, and that is Dalvin Tomlinson. Dalvin Tomlinson. What?
That's who I had.
Knock it off.
Were you looking at my computer?
No, Paulie. Why are you going to say Dalvin Tomlinson? This ought to be good, Basinonians. Gather around the transistor and press the air because this is going to be funny. Paul, why would you say Dalvin Tomlinson?
Let me list the reasons, Wolf. Okay, since you've already plagiarized the name, you might want to write down the rest of my explanation and analysis here.
Okay.
It starts with the fact that unlike a rookie, he's legit plug and play.
Correct.
You can just go, he'll be a starter week 1 at New Orleans. Plug and play, proven, legit. And by the way, because he played for the Browns last year, he's a little bit under the radar, and he was a salary cap casualty because of how much money he made. But he had a career-high 18 quarterback hits a year ago. He was really good.
Yeah.
Really effective. And guess what? He fills a real need for the Cardinals right there, the epicenter of the defensive line.
First of all, what Paulie said was actually accurate, which is kind of surprising right now. I feel like a frying pan just hit me in the face. That's number one. Number two, I would say that Dalvin Tomlinson is the one guy that can line up over the center or line up over the outside shoulder of the guard. And it doesn't matter where he lines up. He's going to be a bit of a wrecking ball in there. And the Arizona Cardinals need a wrecking ball inside. They need some guy that is stout. Would you say 6'3", 330 pounds is stout?
But came in like a wrecking ball.
Rick, I can't believe you played that. Not that. That ruins the entire vision of Dalvin Tomlinson. I came in like a wrecking ball.
But came in like a wrecking ball.
All right. Just stop it.
Can I go get some antacids?
No, as a matter of fact, Paul, you have to stay right there. Dalvin Tomlinson is going to improve a rush defense that needs to get significantly better, Basinonians. This is, you look at last year, all the injuries to the defensive line. You remember all the injuries. Oh, my goodness. They had guys out there that, honestly, you were like, wow, this is going to be rough. And yet they played. They balled. They did. They played hard.
Do you think that is further reason for more friction? To get the body in football shape, to callous the defensive lineman? Because it's been 2 years in a row where you've been beset by, inordinate amount of injuries, just decimated by injuries on the defensive line. Maybe, just
that
maybe,
could be, Paulie.
A little bit of old school football here coming out of camp.
It could be. It's just the expectation when you've got a defensive line room that is loaded the way the Arizona Cardinals are. You got to find out about these guys.
Yeah.
You got to find out who is going to surface and who is not, Bilal Nichols. Who is going to surface? Who's going to declare, you're not cutting me, it's not going to be me? Who is going to do that, Paul? That to me is, that's a big question.
By the way,
training camp.
Remember the little anecdote we got from Isaiah Adams and the Big Red Rage about a month or so ago? And when we asked him about O-line, D-line drills and what's that like? Do you sleep the night before knowing it's going to be the first O-line, D-line drill? And what is the first thing that the young guard said? That he looks over at the D-line and he sees Dalvin Tomlinson. and knows he's going to have to match up against that dude because he is a dude. There's no doubt about it.
Yes, it's going to be. It is right here. Just look at the guy next to you in the room and go, Just look at him and do that, and he's going to think you're nuts. Okay? And guess what? Might not be a bad thing, if you know what I mean. Never forget this, Paul. If you're playing football, you're out there playing football. You got a mouth guard in, you're playing football. You have pads on, base audience. If the other guy thinks you're crazy, guess what? You have the advantage. So pay it off, if you know what I mean.
Maybe we're burying the lead, though. When you talk about a newcomer, right, a guy people aren't talking nearly enough about, maybe we should be talking a lot more about, I don't know, the best player in the Super Bowl, Josh Sweat. Here's Michael Bidwell from the show in April, Cardinals owner, on making the big splash signing, right? The old Ron Burgundy cannonball signing Josh Sweat.
Well, we knew that we wanted and needed to beef up our defensive front. There was some skepticism out there, and we kept saying, look, watch, we're going to do it. And Monty was super prepared for free agency and went out there. And I think, really turned things around with the additions of who we've brought on, just not Josh, and Calais, but Tomlinson, so many others, Jacoby Brissett, I think he's really strengthened the team, and I think we're really pleased with how this would go, because obviously it takes two to make a deal, and not everybody may decide to come our way, but Monty did a great job of landing all the players that we were interested in having join us and reshaping especially our defensive front.
What if
that was not at a concert either? I mean, that was at Circa Resort and Casino, I believe.
Yeah, correct? You guys were out there at Circa, and Michael joined, and that's not payola. That was the background. That was the background noise of the Cardinals owner on. It sounded like a nightclub back there.
What were you going to say, Paul?
New and innovative ways for Ron Wolfley to take a day off without actually expending a vacation day.
Okay, what were you going to say, Paul? Because right now, Dalvin Tomlinson. I'm going to go back to Dalvin.
What? No, we're talking about Josh Sweat, Wolf. Because what if?
Talk about him.
What if he picks up where he left off? Did you see what he did to Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I saw it, Paul.
Did you see how he benefited from, having one of the best interior defensive lines in the league? And if the Cardinals bolstered their interior defensive line, and please say they did, with Dalvin Tomlinson, Calais, with Walter Nolan III out of the first round, Darius Robinson.
I love the juxtaposition of that, Paulie. Calais Campbell and Walter Nolan. Think about that. 18 years in the league and a rookie. Here we go with different skill sets, I might add.
By the way, as we're running out of time here, and I'm continuing to educate you, I can't believe you're not taking notes as I continue to break down the Cardinals roster. If you're looking for the top three guys that we're not talking nearly enough about, Dalvin Tomlinson, Josh Sweat, I would say Hayden Conner, the 6th-round rookie.
You're not going to say Hayden Conner.
3-year starter for Texas.
You're not going to say Hayden Conner when I picked him, Paul,
just because
to be the sleeper of training camp.
I'm not referring to what you said. Let's hear from Dave Sears, assistant GM, Big Red Rage in May. On Hayden Conner.
You can put on that Michigan tape. You can put on the Texas A&M tape. You can put on the, a lot of the Kentucky tape. You can put on a lot of tape where this guy's playing guys who got drafted this year, got drafted last year, NFL players. So it's not a question of can he block NFL players. He's been doing it. He's got, I think, 43 consecutive starts at Texas. That's pretty damn good. So you got a big guy who's really smart and who's fundamentally sound. So we were excited that Hayden was still there. He does have some ability to play center, although primarily we see him as a guard. But any kind of interior versatility you have, or even if it's guard to tackle, that obviously helps you, because when you're a back-end player in the NFL, you have to have some versatility as an offensive lineman. We think he has that, and we think the guy's got a chance to ascend. I'm not going to put a ceiling on him, but we feel really good about Hayden in the 6th round, certainly.
I don't know. Instead of going to Circa Resort and telling everyone you're working, Wolf, how about go put on the Michigan film against Texas and then watch Hayden Conner and what he did against 2 round 1 picks in Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham?
Already did. It's his feet. He's got to get his feet better. But if he does, they got gold.
Thanks for watching Wolf and Luke. Tap to see more and click the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.